Crime Fighters, a weekly dramatic salute to the men and women who, for all of us, fight the criminal activity of a few. Crime Fighters. They are all kinds, master manhunters to match master criminals, shrewd experts in 1,000 rackets, or simple men who study human nature. They're city dicks who work in teams, country sheriffs covering lonely regions, scientists whose weapon is the laboratory, federal men with a nation to police. These are your crime fighters.
Crime Fighters. This week, Police Informer.
My name's Sam Grimes. I'm 51, and time was when Sam Grimes was the best gambling house stickman all up and down the East Coast. Never out of work, always made top money. Part of the reason maybe was I had the best come-on girl in the business, red-headed Rita Simpson. With her hanging around my tables, we drew the players like flies. Not many knew Rita was Mrs. Sam Grimes, and we got along fine. Then about 10 years ago, Rita comes down with arthritis. For all, she was lots younger than me, and she had to stay home. Lots of the time in a wheelchair. It broke my heart. In less than 2 years, I slid down the scales till I wound up being a lookout man for Chip Morris's outfit. A bunch that lived off big robberies. With Rita practically dying under my eyes because her life was being cut in half, I had to get the bread one way or another. Well, on a warehouse job one night, Chip Morris and his right-hand guy Gasper got away. I'm the one that gets caught. I don't squeal on Chip, and I get sent up for 3 years. I'm eligible for parole after 25 months. And the morning I'm to go in front of the parole board, I get a letter from Mrs. Krause.
That the biddy taking care of your wife, Sam?
No letter from Rita for 3 weeks.
Bad?
Dear Mr. Grimes, I got to write to you, finally, only it don't make much sense what I got to tell you. It's maybe 3 weeks ago one night your wife, she decided to take a little walk. You know, I wrote you she was making herself walk a little to keep from going crazy, she said. And she didn't come back. 10:30, Fritz and me, we got scared, and he went around the streets to look, and he didn't find nothing. And we told the police, and here it is 3 weeks and we heard nothing. And I thought I ought to tell you. Your friend with regards, from Fritz. Ottilie S. Krause.
Cops. They wouldn't tell her nothing, Sam.
What could have happened?
A million things, man.
One's enough. Only what?
You'll be out of here a few days, Sam. You'll find out that.
Well, she couldn't have walked far. How much money could she have? Suppose she fell down in the street. The cops would know something.
I tell you, they wouldn't tell you.
Well, maybe she's in hospital. Maybe they don't know who she is. She won't tell them, huh?
I thought you said your boss, Chip Morris, was keeping an eye on her, man.
Yeah. What am I worrying about? Chip promised to take care of her. Yeah. He probably knows what happened, but he don't dare write to me. Why, sure, he figures I'm coming out any minute. Well, sure, that's it. Look, I bet everything's okay and this silly old biddy doesn't know it. I get paroled like a figure, and first thing I do in the city is go see Mrs. Krause. But she don't know any more than she wrote me. And so then, I go see Chip Morris where he lives.
Sam, boy, but I come to see you at the gate, only I was in that icebox once myself.
Chip, Rita. What about Rita?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what do you mean, yeah?
I mean, I didn't know how to tell you. Couldn't write. Didn't want to use the grapevine, nothing, a thing like that.
Chip, if you know what happened to her...
That's the thing. I just don't.
But you promised me you'd see her every week, give her money. You knew I'd pay you back.
Well, I did see her right along, Sam. Either me or Gasper, we give her money, what she needed.
But I got a letter she disappeared.
Oh, we can't figure it, Sam. No way at all.
Means I gotta ask the cops.
I'm not sure that's a very good idea.
Well, but I gotta know.
Well, how do you know they didn't sneak her away someplace?
What, the cops?
Yeah, to squeeze you into talking about me.
They know they can't. I never did, Chip.
Well, I'm just saying what maybe the cops think.
Well, she may be in some hospital. Nobody knowing who she is.
Well, we'll check for you, Sam. You leave it to us.
Us? You and Gasper?
Yeah, we can do it better than you. I'll get him in.
Yeah. I saw him outside when I come in the office. Gasper! It's easy for me to do, Chip. I got to report regular to my parole officer.
Yeah, Chip.
Sam's worried about Rita, naturally. I said we could find out something about the grapevine from the cops.
Yeah, I could do that.
Sam took the rap for us. We got to do something for him.
Anything, practically.
Sam, when you got to report to the parole guy?
I did already this afternoon. From now on, every 2 weeks.
All right. Gasper will put out the word about Rita.
Look, it's driving me nuts, Chip.
And what are you going to do otherwise?
Well, what do you got for me?
An easy spot if you want it.
Well, sure I want it. I ain't got a dime and I can't spend on Mrs. Krause too long.
Gasper, tell him the lay.
It's a warehouse on East Sycamore and 10th. It's loaded with appliances, you know, toasters, vacuums, hairdryers, that stuff. Only we don't know the setup there yet, like how many doors, watchmen, alarm systems, and so forth. But right opposite, there's a boarding house run by an okay character. Now, a room in there gives a view of the warehouse, you see, just right.
The right deal for you. Board, $100 a week, and 5% of the take.
Gee, that's swell, Chip. You always were a good guy.
1151 East Sycamore. You talk to Gus.
Yeah, only parole has to know where I live.
So tell him.
But when the joint's knocked off, they'll add up 2 and 2.
He's got a point there, Chip.
No. We take him off the plant a few days ahead, that's all. Look, don't you worry about it, Sam. I never let you down yet, have I?
I'll go up there in the morning.
Better tonight. Now, Sam.
Tonight I want to stay home. I'm in the rooms Rita was in. Look through my old stuff, her stuff. You know, maybe find a lead. One night at least I got to spend there.
Okay, Sam. But you stay away from the cops.
Yeah?
Sam Grimes?
Who's this?
Sergeant Elson, robbery.
What do you want, Elson?
I gotta see you, Sam.
You put me on ice, Elson. Now I'm out. Why don't you leave me alone?
Remember where Sherman Park is?
Yeah.
South entrance. Meet me there at 10 o'clock.
I'm busy, Elson.
10 o'clock tonight, Sam.
I'm busy, I told you.
Look, you crumbs burn me up. How do you know I don't want to help you? You don't understand nothing but rough talk. All right. Now you be there at 10 o'clock or I'll drag you there.
10 o'clock. Sherman Park entrance. $10 o'clock. Kicking myself for not having the guts to tell Elson go blow. I get to the entrance of Sherman Park and Elson gets there in time too. Big lanky guy with big hands and a prize fighter's puss.
Come on, Sam, let's walk a ways.
Yeah. Okay, Elson.
What are you going to do with yourself, Sam?
None of your business, is it?
Well, I'm asking you a question.
I'll be working.
And what?
Look, my parole officer sticks his nose into my business. Why you too?
You got a job?
Parole officer says there's one coming up.
What?
Timekeeper out of some machinery factory. Some guy makes a thing out of hiring ex-cons.
You going straight then?
Think I tell you no? Stop kidding.
Now look, you got me mad on the phone, you get me mad now. You cheap crooks walk around with a chip on your shoulder like everybody else was wrong. Only you were wrong, all wrong. Now get it in your head.
You cops hound guys around and you know it.
I'm telling you you're a liar.
And what are you snooping at me for? I've been in the house, I paid off, I'm a free citizen.
You were in a pig's hat, you're on parole.
Okay. Give me a chance to do something wrong and catch me.
What's the use?
Hey, look, Elson, let's get out of here.
What?
I thought we was walking in the park. This This is a cemetery.
It's quieter in here, I thought. Seen Chip Morris?
Don't know him.
Gasper?
Who?
I thought they were looking after your wife.
Look, you're driving at something, aren't you?
Were they?
I told you I don't know him.
She knew him.
You're nuts.
3 weeks ago, she got to the point where she couldn't stand it no longer. Sitting in a room, you in the cooler. Thinking how you clammed up about Chip Morris and that robbery, so you took a rap and he didn't. You decided to do something about it.
How do you know so much?
What she did was write me a letter and take it out to mail it. It's a rainy night. Took her a long time to get to the mailbox, a block and a half away. She dropped it in the box. Right then along came Chip. He'd been dropping in to see her every so often, and your Mrs. Krause told him she was mailing a letter. When she sees Chip, she blows her top and tells him what she just did. And he blew his top.
You making this up, Elson?
She was found unconscious in that alley. You know where it is? In the emergency ward in City Hospital. She told me what I just told you. I got the letter next morning.
Where is she now? Where?
I think I got my flashlight with me.
Huh?
Yeah. Behind you.
Gravestone? Rita Grimes. Dead. Rita was dead. Chip Morris killed her. Elson got her buried out of police department money. Elson told me a lot more that night, but it was hazy to me. Right then, all I remembered was that the law didn't go right after Chip Morris for murder because the only witness against him was dead. And, oh yeah, I got one other thing. When I'd seen Chip and Gasper that day, they must have known about Rita's letter to Elson. They must have wondered if I knew too. Elson walked me back to Mrs. Krause's place. It was late.
So long, Sam.
He didn't ask me nothing, just walked away. I went to the room Rita lived in and I sat there thinking for hours. I had plenty to think about and what to do about it. And the end was I went to the other room Chip and Gasper had lined up across from the warehouse. For 2 weeks I stayed there, thinking the whole thing over. Finally, I figured out the only thing I could do.
Detective's room, happening.
Say, is Elson there? Yeah, Elson.
Hold it. Hey, Pete! Pete! Hello. Elson speaking.
Yo, this is Sam Grimes.
Oh, hiya, Sam.
I made up my mind to something, Elson.
Yeah?
Can I see you right away? It's about a warehouse.
"20 past 8, Gasper.
Yeah.
Sam's late.
How you get so jumpy about him, Chip?
I got reason, ain't I?
He don't know nothing, or he'd have said so. 2 weeks he's been out.
Yeah, well, just the same,
That'll be him now, Chip. Hi, Sam.
Little late, Gasper.
Oh, nobody's dead.
Held up a little getting here, Chip.
Nothing wrong, is there?
I got my notes for you on the warehouse set up.
Look all right?
Or see for yourself. Lock up every night at 6. 2 night watchmen. One in the front office, and he walks around outside every hour on the hour, 6 to 7 a.m. Other watchman inside. I don't know what he does all night, but I see him every couple hours chewing the fat with number 1.
How about the doors?
Front door in Sycamore. Here, see, I made a little map.
Yeah.
About that. Front door here. Front office alongside it. Not so easy to bust in that way. See, traffic on Sycamore. Now, truck loading door and platform on the side, 11th. Corrugated iron thing lifts out from overhead.
Mm-hmm.
2 guys in a crowbar could handle it.
Like it, Gasper?
4 guys we need altogether, Chip, plus lookout, Sam.
Yo, that's it. How many trucks?
Looks to me we tie up the watchman, then crew up the truck platform door, ride a couple of small trucks in, lower the door, then we got all the time we need.
When'll the job be, Chip?
Gasper and me'll figure it out. Depends on getting 2 more guys in the trucks. What else, Sam?
I'll be going to work in a week, maybe 2, looks like.
You don't go to work, parole gets leery, huh?
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Want me to stay on opposite the warehouse, Chip?
For now, why not?
Well, keep in touch then, huh?
Sure. So long, Sam.
Yeah. See you around, Gasper.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah?
I still ain't found out nothing about the missus.
Yeah, I meant to ask you.
Nothing, huh? It's funny.
Worse than that. So long.
What do you mean with that crack?
Relax, Chip. What could he mean?
Maybe she wasn't lying about that letter to Elson. Maybe Elson got it. Knows what jobs we done. Maybe Elson got to Sam. Didn't he act funny?
Boy, you sure got imagination.
Why?
You think all that could have happened and nothing happened to us all this time?
You know, during the warehouse job, Sam could get hurt, couldn't he? Bad. And then we wouldn't have to worry at all. Yeah, let's think about that.
It's here, Elson, right here.
Boy, a dark night and you can find it.
It ain't that dark. Besides, I've been here lots since you showed me. Some louse took the flowers I put here yesterday.
What'd you bring me here for, Sam?
I had to come here. I wouldn't have had the guts.
Not a move, Sam.
Huh?
Maybe I'm getting careless with you. Didn't check to see if you got a gun.
Well, go ahead, Frisk. I never carry a rod anyway.
Okay, all right. What do we come here for?
That night you bring me here the first time. You expected me to say something. Get mad at Chip Morris and just say, yeah, I work for him, look out, and help him pull 3, 4 big jobs. Well, maybe that's all you wanted and you'd been happy, huh?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, I'm mad at Chip, all right. He killed Rita. It takes more than just telling you a tale to even that up. I gotta do more. Only what?
You know what now, Sam?
I don't know the date yet, but Chip said to knock over the warehouse at Sycamore and 10th. You know it?
Yeah.
I'm to look out like I used to. And until you told me what you told me, I'd have gone working for Chip and take my chances on getting sent back to the pokey, only now it's different. He knows, he must know, what Rita wrote to you. She told him, you said. Okay. You want to get him for that. Well, now, you hang around the warehouse that night, and during the job, I'll spring it on him that I know.
He'd kill you too, Sam.
Elson, what do you think I care? It's another 10 days before Chip Morris could set the date for the warehouse job, line up the extra 2 guys and 2 trucks and so forth. Well, during that time, he has me phone him every day to keep in touch.
Yeah?
Chip?
Sam?
Yeah.
Thursday, Sam, 5 past midnight.
Like arranged?
No change.
See you.
If you really think he's ratting, Chip, you're a sucker to tell him so much.
We can cover ourselves.
Better give up the job.
Gasper, you're a meathead.
Oh, don't get sore.
I killed his wife. If he knows, I gotta know. Don't you understand? I gotta know!
Car 14 to 21, 14 to 21.
Hi, Elson.
You located all right, Heffernan?
2 cars, 8 men south of the warehouse. Well covered.
My 2 cars are in place, 6 men. Oh, warn all your guys, Heffernan. Warn them again what I told you about Sam Grimes and Chip Morris. Murder hangs on this deal. That's all.
Okay, Brownie, start loading your truck. The cases we're after are piled up on the left. Spindle, you and Brownie load up. I'll help you in a minute. Gasper?
Yep.
You take care of the 2 watchmen?
Got them both tied up and gagged. They won't give us no trouble.
Well, the boys are working. Let's pitch in with them.
Somebody come in.
Yeah, it's dark over there. Looks like Sam.
He's supposed to be outside. What's he come in for?
Oh, get working, Gasper. I'll talk to him.
Chip, everything going okay?
I'll get working, Chip. Make it snappy.
What's the idea coming inside, Sam?
Want to talk to you.
Now, you nuts.
Now's the best time.
For what?
To warn you.
What? Trouble outside?
Plenty of it.
Cops?
All around the warehouse.
What?
All around.
Gasper, jump the truck. Get out of here. You go with Spindle. I'll go with Brownie.
Get cracking, fellas.
Won't do you any good, Chip. No time.
Well, they can try. Spindle made it.
Won't get far, Chip.
Brownie, wait for me.
He left you, Chip. But you're better off in here. See what I mean?
We gotta get out of here.
You can't either, Chip. Every door's covered.
Hey, you're awful calm about this.
That's what I wanted to tell you, Chip. I done it.
Done it? Squealed?
You killed Rita.
Oh, that's it.
I took a rap and covered up for you. You pay me back by killing a helpless woman.
Sure I did. She was ratting on us. You dirty stoolie. You think you're gonna live through this?
You can kill me, Chip. I got no gun and I don't care.
Care or not, here goes.
I got you, dirty killer, you double-crosser.
All right, Sam, let him go.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt bad. Oh.
We got the 2 trucks and the other 3 outside, Sam.
You hear him admit it? You hear him admit he killed Rita?
Good night's work, Sam. Okay, fellas, let's clean up in here.
It was funny being on the side of the law for once. All those years making my way in Rita's, first good, then tough. I got used to having fear like a knot in my stomach. I got so used to it I never noticed it. Until after I helped pin the rap on Chip Morris and Gasper and clean up that bunch. Up to that time, knocking off Chip was all I wanted. And I didn't care if I lived or not because no matter what happened, Rita was gone. But then I start feeling better. I can breathe, walk around, hold a job, and that knot in my stomach is gone. Look, I'm not turning into a preacher, but the point is, all those years, what a sucker I was.
Crime fighters. They are all kinds, master manhunters to match master criminals, shrewd experts in 1,000 rackets, or simple men who study human nature. They're city dicks who work in teams, country sheriffs covering lonely regions, scientists whose weapon is the laboratory, federal men with a nation to police. Each week, this program salutes a different type of crime fighter. In tonight's episode, Sam was played by Frank Waters, Sergeant Elson by Joe McCormick, Chip by Al Thomas, Gasper by Lynn Teal. Crime Fighters, directed by Harry Durr, a Grace Gibson radio production.